everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amelia and today we're going to be making chicken pozole. You can always make, if you'd like or if you prefer, beef pozole or pork pozole. Here at home I think we like chicken pozole better, so we're going to stick with that. I have a 12-quart pot that we're gonna use, and I put almost 2 gallons of water in here. We have Teasdale white hominy. I'm gonna use 2 cans. That's usually what I do, put 2 cans of white hominy. And we have some boneless chicken thighs, half a pack, and then we have another half a pack of some drumsticks. I usually get a whole pack of family pack of chicken and thighs, but I didn't have that for today and we're using what we have in the kitchen. So let's get started with the soup. You are going to toss all your chicken on your pot. And we got our boneless chicken thighs in here. So usually I like having it all with bone. The bone actually gives it more flavor. But this is what we have, so this is what we're gonna do. I peeled 2 onions, just stick them all there. About 2 or 3 cloves of onion. And you're gonna add some salt in here. We're gonna put this in the stove for about an hour for it to boil down, and we'll be right back. And we're back with a new pot. So I know I said earlier 2 cloves of onion, I meant 2 cloves of garlic, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. So our sauce, our red sauce that we're gonna be making for the pozole, we have California chili here. So this is dry chili, California chili. And then we have New Mexico chili pods and maybe 5 or 6 little Arbol pods. Now these are the ones that are spicy. And maybe I have, a couple of them in here. You don't need to use that many. This soup is mild. This is mild. You can actually use different type of pods that are spicier, but we prefer mild. And this is what's gonna give it the kick. So what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna toss these in here, and we're gonna start peeling the chili pods. We're just gonna start peeling them. We take the top off, and we wanna take as many of the seeds that are inside. We're just gonna remove them and put them in the pot. So again, all we're gonna be doing is peeling, opening them up, get those seeds out. You can leave seeds there. You're just gonna make it spicier, and we don't really want spicy, we want mild. So I take them off. And once we're done, we'll be back on this. Once we're done with this, taking the seeds off, I'm gonna rinse it in the sink. I'm gonna rinse it. And then once they're done rinsing, I'm gonna add in here some water. Maybe about 1/3 of water is gonna go in here. And we're gonna put it in the stove top, and we're gonna wait until the chili pods are soft. Once they're soft, we're gonna blend it in and make a puree out of it. So right now that we're waiting for the soup to finish boiling, we're gonna be chopping up our vegetables. So this is a cabbage. We're gonna slice half a cabbage for now, and we want to do thin slice. So as thin as you can, you want to keep slicing your cabbage. Just keep slicing it, and you see, it's not thick, it's thin. So that's what you want, thin cabbage. You're gonna get your bowl. You're gonna put it there. And we're just gonna keep slicing. We're gonna keep slicing. And this is actually gonna be a topping. Once your soup is done, this is one of the toppings that you need to add on top. For those of you that don't like cabbage, try it. You're gonna like it. It just marries well together with the pozole. You'll be amazed how delicious it's gonna come out. So just keep slicing. Now we're gonna slice some lemons. I like my pozole with lemon. Now the next one of our toppings is going to be onion. So we're gonna chop one of these onions. Okay, I think this is good enough. It's finely chopped. Not too fine, but if you can see, it's not too fine. It's chunky, but not too chunky, just a little fine. Now we're gonna put it in here, in our bowl. Oh, we have one more, which is the cilantro. This here is one bunch of cilantro. And we're gonna chop it as well. Once you get the stems, you can toss this. You don't really need the stems. You just want the leaves. Okay, this is good enough. So now we're gonna get all of this, just put it in a little bowl. Okay, so there you have it. You have your sliced cabbage. It's thinly sliced, as thin as possible. You got your chopped onion. You have your lemons and limes. Whatever you have on hand, if you have just limes or lemons, it's whatever you have. And then you have your bowl of chopped cilantro. So this is gonna be topping for your soup. And then you have here oregano. We're gonna put most of this, it's gonna go into the soup. See how it's still chunky, leafy? This is what we want. This has a lot of flavor. It's gonna add a lot of flavor in your soup. So this is our chicken boiling, and our chili is already ready. It's been sitting here for a while. It's still hot, but see, now it's soft. We're gonna end up putting this in the blender. And then our chicken, I don't know if you can see, but you see a little bit of this yellow. This is fat. So we can remove some of this off. And then if you see foam, this was part of some foam when it was boiling. As much as you can remove that as well. Your onion is still in here, and we're gonna blend that with the chili sauce. You got your garlic's in there as well. That's gonna get blended in, pureed. But the bone is giving a lot of flavor on your soup. See how beautiful the soup's starting to look? Okay, so what we're gonna end up doing, we're gonna end up shredding all this chicken. This is already about an hour and maybe 15 minutes, and you see how the chicken is starting to come off? That means that it's ready to be peeled. This is when I take the bone off, because we already have the flavor of the bone. It's in your soup. So now we're gonna puree the chili. So we have part of the chili in here. I didn't want to put all of it, it might overflow. I took out the onion and the garlic from the pot. So now we're gonna add it in the blender. I have about a tablespoon of black pepper and a tablespoon of salt. I'll just pour it in here. And this is probably 3 tablespoons of oregano. We're gonna toss this in here as well. Now we are cover it and blend. Okay, we're gonna stop it. This looks pretty blended. And this is what's gonna go inside the pot. We're gonna leave that lid on for now. The chicken, I already shredded it. It's all shredded. I took all the bones and the skin out. This is what you're gonna want in your pot. No bones, no skin, just the meat, which is perfect. The Teasdale hominy, white hominy, I already strained it. Now you want to rinse it out. It has starch. When you open it, there's a lot of juice and it's starchy. So you want to drain it. You want to drain it out and just let the water run and just rinse it out. It's taking off starch. So this is what you want, and we're gonna add all of this into our pot. Okay, now we're gonna add the hominy. Add all the hominy in your pot. Your chicken. Your shredded chicken. All goes in there. And now you're gonna add your chili sauce. Now if you have a strainer, you can strain it just in case maybe there's a couple pieces that are too thick. It's gonna catch it on the strainer. So we're not gonna need the remaining chili that I still have in my pot. It's probably about 3/4 that I used. So 1/4 stayed behind. And again, you can just pour it over your soup, but I just don't want it grainy. So when you're drinking your soup, you're not gonna feel it on your throat. See how there's still some left? This is a little grainy here, so it's good to use the strainer. We can remove it. A little bit more. So see how this is looking now? This looks like chicken pozole now. This is what you want. And then I still want to add more oregano for flavor. This oregano gives it a lot of flavor. So don't be shy. Just keep adding some more spices, more flavor. Here we go. I probably added another 3 tablespoons of oregano. And we're gonna let this boil for another 30 minutes. This is when you want to cover it and just let it boil. And our soup is done. See how delicious this looks? The chicken, the white hominy, the oregano. You can smell it. It smells so good. So now what we're gonna do, we are gonna add a little bit of the cabbage. I'm gonna add some cabbage, some cilantro, onion, and now we're gonna squeeze lemon. Now I like lemon instead of the lime on my soup, so I'm gonna add just lemon. The lemon gives it a lot of flavor at the end. It just blends in, it gives it another kick. It changes the way it tastes. I love it. I usually add about 1 whole lemon in here. Here we go. See that? How beautiful it looks. It's just beautiful. So now I can just stir it up a little bit. So we're gonna do a taste test. I like getting, these are chips, salted chips, and they're like in a little bowl. These are my favorite when it comes to the chicken pozole. This tastes so delicious. You can taste the lemon, the acidity of the lemon going in, and it's blending in really good with the soup, with the chicken pozole. It's so delicious. This is why I like these little chips that are like a little bowl. I just go in there, grab it. I have hominy, I have soup, I have everything in here. Delicious. I hope you guys try it. It's worth the wait. It takes about a good 2 hours, between 2 hours, 2.5 hours making your soup. It took me about an hour and a half, 120, 130 on the chicken. And then we had to do the peeling. We had to do all these other steps, but you want to do the steps when your soup is boiling. Now, if you think you need a little bit salt on your soup, you just add a little bit. It's preference. I don't need it. It came out perfect. But this is what you can do if you think you needed to add more salt. Just add more salt on top. Very warm. Very delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try this. Go ahead, make it. It's not hard. It is a little time consuming. I would say just a little bit, just a tad, but it's well worth it. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I do and my family. I hope you try this. It's just delicious. Well, thank you. I hope you guys liked it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.